everybody, my name is Abigail and today I'm going to be making my staple New York Vanilla Cheesecake. I'm going to make new videos every Friday, so do please subscribe and give this video a massive thumbs up if you enjoy. So you're going to need a 9-inch loose bottomed tin with a piece of parchment that fits inside, 900 grams of soft cheese, 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice, 150 grams of digestive biscuits, 3 tablespoons of plain flour, 150 grams of caster sugar, 85 grams of butter, 3 large eggs plus an egg yolk, the zest of 1 lemon, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla, and 200 millilitres of sour cream. So we're going to preheat the oven to 180 degrees. And then we're going to start on our base. So you're going to need to get your butter. It's best if you have it up in cubes. It makes it a little bit easier to melt. Just pop it in a saucepan on a low heat. And while that's melting, we can go ahead and crush our digestive biscuits. You can crush them however you'd like, a food processor, whatever. I'm just whacking them with a rolling pin. It's fun. I like doing that. You're looking for not too small pieces, so just keep going until you've got sort of this consistency. Get rid of a few of those larger bits, but that's pretty much what you're looking for. It's not too fine, it's quite clumpy, but I prefer it that way. So there you go, that's pretty much the consistency you're looking for. So we're going to go back to our melted butter and we're going to keep stirring it, and hopefully it won't take too long to melt down. If you keep stirring it, it stops it catching, burning in places. Just keep it moving around until it's all liquid. You can obviously do this in the microwave if you'd prefer. I just like it on a saucepan because I like to be in control of taking it off the heat as soon as it's melted. Right, so I've turned the heat off now because it's all completely melted, and I'm going to add the digestive biscuits. I'm also going to add 3 teaspoons of caster sugar, and I'm going to stir it round until the digestive biscuits are completely covered with the butter. It should only take you about 30 seconds or so, but just keep stirring that around. As I said, I have turned the heat off at this point. You don't need to be adding any extra heat to the digestive biscuits, but keep stirring it round, and that's looking pretty good. So now we're going to take it over to our tin. I've popped the lining in already. We're going to pour it in just in one go. Make sure you get all of the bits out. You don't want to waste any of that delicious digestive biscuit base. And we're just going to pat a fine layer all over. You can use the back of a spoon as I'm doing here, or you can use your hand. I'm going to just pat this out to get a layer, and then I'm just going to use my hand to really push that down so we get a nice compacted layer for the cheesecake to sit on, so you can serve it nicely. Okay, so once that's all done, we're going to pop that in the oven. We're going to pop it in for 10 minutes, and then when it's cooked, we're going to just leave it to cool, and we're going to now turn the oven up to 200 degrees Celsius. And whilst that's heating up, we can go on to our cheesecake mixture. So here is the soft cheese. I've had that on the side for about an hour, so it is proper soft already. But you can use it straight out of the refrigerator. We're going to use the paddle attachment. You can obviously use a hand mixer if you'd like, but we're just going to mix that up for about 2 to 3 minutes until it's really nice and soft. So that's looking great. We're going to slowly add the sugar into the mixture. I've used a spoon for this. You can choose how to do it however you wish, but probably every third you just want to give the bowl a scrape down, so you don't have any sugar sitting on the sides. You really just want that all combined, so it makes a delicious mixture. When that's done, we're going to add the plain flour. You can add it all in one go if you'd like. There's no special technique for that. So now that's all done, we're going to switch over the paddle attachment. You want to make sure you really scrape off the mixture. It's surprising how much mixture gets stuck on it, and you don't want to waste any of that. So give it a really good scrape down, and we're going to change it for the whisk attachment. Now obviously the whisk attachment means we're adding air into this mixture. So first of all, into this we're going to add the vanilla extract, and then we're going to add the zest of the lemon. And that's really fine zest, as you can see there. And the lemon juice has just gone in as well. And now we're going to add in 1 egg at a time. We're going to thoroughly mix between eggs. And obviously the egg yolk. We're adding a lot of air to it at this stage. I don't know why it keeps going so blurry. I need to really get used to this, but you know, it's fine. So I'm scraping down the bowl again, making sure the egg is all incorporated. It's surprising how delicious it already smells. So now my base is completely cool. I've just greased around the tin just to help me get the cheesecake out when it's cooked. And now I'm just going to pour in that delicious cheesecake mixture. You'll probably have a bit left over, but I always like to make a bit more just so I can get a really full tin. Just gently level that out, and that's all you need to do. It's so liquid, it's self-leveling. So now we're going to cook that in the oven for 10 minutes on 200 degrees. Make sure you pop it on a pan though before you pop it in the oven, just to make sure that everything is nice and flat and you're getting a good warm base. So in it goes for the 10 minutes. And then when that's done the 10 minutes, we're going to then reduce the heat down. I reduced the heat down to around about 105 degrees. Depending on your oven, you might want to go 95 degrees, between 95 degrees and 110 degrees. Somewhere in that range is great. 25 minutes on that temperature. So I went for 105. So now that is all done, we're just going to open the oven and check. Yeah, it's looking really, really nice. We're now going to leave that in the oven with the door open for 2 hours to cool down. If you want your cheesecake to crack, leave the oven door open. If you'd prefer a harder cheesecake that doesn't crack, close the oven door. I really like a crack. I think it looks really nice on a cheesecake, makes it look quite rustic. So I've left the oven door open for the 2 hours. So there's the cheesecake all baked. It's lovely and cold now. It's a little bit warm in the middle. I could have probably left it for another 15 minutes or so, but I really wanted to get this out for you guys. So now I'm just going to get a knife and I'm going to run around the edge of the springform tin just to loosen it off a fraction. I'm using a Lazy Susan here, so it's pretty easy to just spin that knife around. But you can just shuffle it around the worktop, it's absolutely fine. And because of the springform base, it's pretty easy, should be pretty easy to get it out of the tin. Here it comes. And when I serve, I leave the tin on the bottom. It makes no difference. It doesn't matter to me at all. So I'm just going to leave it as that. And that is the cheesecake. So let's cut a slice. It's cutting really nicely. It is still a little soft in the centre. As I say, I could have left it for another 10-15 minutes just to set up a bit harder, but I really wanted to slice it. So there is your baked New York vanilla cheesecake. And I think we better have a little try. It's totally delicious, guys, with that little citrus bit of lemon. Delicious. I hope you enjoy.